Chicago comedian Brian Babylon makes us laugh in Host Chat. Plus, restaurateur Kevin Bain stops by to talk about his new book, The Bottomless Cup. And Richard Roper lets us know whether to spend or save on this steamy drama, Dreams, starring Jessica Chastain. Now, here's your host, Ryan Chevrolet. Co-host.
Hey, welcome to the weekend. Al is still on the road to recovery with her knee. We are sending her all the love, but filling in today.
Thank you for being here, Ryan. I'm so excited to be here. Every time I get to join you, it's always such a blessing. It's always so much fun.
It's always so much fun, and helping us have some fun. He's a comedian, and now he's a big fashion designer. I mean, I'm surprised he even made it back to Chicago because he's been traveling the world. Brian Babylon.
Ryan, Jasmine, thank you so much, Chicago. I'm back in action in Chicago. I spend now it's 4.5 months out of the year in Europe, just taking over the English-speaking comedy scene, repping Chicago. See the hat?
And you tell me you wear all your own clothes now. This is all you.
This is all me.
This is Brian.
This is all me. All Brian Babylon. I've been wearing my own clothes now for almost 2 years.
Wow. Okay, tell me this. Are you still single? So I just want to ask you about the dating difference between Chicago and Europe.
It's really different. I would say the difference between, in a nutshell, the difference between dating in Europe and Chicago is women are more direct.
Okay, wait, direct here or direct
in Europe? It's more like, who are you? Let's go. Let's hang out. Boom.
That's it.
Like, okay.
There's no game.
No games. Zero games.
Now, do you like that, or is some mystery?
You know, as I get older, I feel I don't have time to be playing games. I run a fashion brand.
Just listen to me straight.
I run a fashion brand now. I still do stand-up. I do other media projects, so I don't have time to be yip-yapping and chatting on dating apps.
Okay, well, people do say that like nudity is far more accepted in Europe than it is here, like on commercials and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, yes, Ryan.
You'll see breasts.
That is true.
What else do you know?
I think in Europe they really shoot their shot.
Okay.
Right? So they're gonna look. This is who I am. This is what it is.
And that's what it is.
No wonder why you moved there.
Well, hold on, Ryan. Not move. Just work remotely. A quarter of the year.
Yeah.
Because I can
Berlin and Paris.
Between Berlin and Paris are my main cities, and then I just do satellite shows in different countries like Switzerland or Sweden.
It'll be on your list. So my family is Italian.
Okay.
Italian.
They have a different frequency, but I'll say the English-speaking scene hasn't got over there. It hasn't penetrated Italy yet.
Yeah.
But it's good to be back home.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Always.
All right, let's hop into some host chat here. I have a hypothetical for both of you.
Really, I don't know why we get on this topic every time. It's always the topic of just...
No, this one's... No. The last time we did a test along your...
Yes, and Ryan fell over in his chair.
Yeah. Fun hypothetical, right? Right now, boom, $10 million.
Tax-free?
Tax-free, $10 million stacks of cash.
Yes.
But your lifespan will be cut by 10 years.
So instead of 80, I died 70.
That's the question, right? You don't know how long you're going to live.
Oh, are we doing life average, or it could be a bus accident?
We don't know.
Give me the cash.
Cash?
Really?
Because I can like do something immediately. It's not about myself. I'm not selfish. Because I can take that 10 milli and give it to my family, give it to my friends.
Now, what if you could earn 10 million for the 10 years?
You doing shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You doing shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
All right, let's hear yours, Jasmine. Yeah.
No, I would absolutely want to live longer.
Okay. So you're not taking the 10 million?
No. I mean, you're gonna, because you don't get to talk to your friends, your family anymore.
Well, yes, you do. You lose 10 years, you don't die tomorrow.
Well, how do you know that that's not 10 years?
But you don't know now. You don't know now.
How do you know, tomorrow is not my 10-year, cutoff?
No, you get 10 years. You get at least 10 years. 10 years less of your lifespan. Whatever your lifespan was going to be. And that's my biggest question. How long am I gonna live, right? Like,
But,
if
like,
you
yeah.
can live to be 100, and then you're only gonna be 90, fine.
Yes.
But what if
But-
your lifespan goes up until like tomorrow? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well,
but you get the cash to
or,
get to
or
your
10
family.
years from. So then
Tomorrow, it doesn't
tomorrow,
matter anyway.
Then you have 24 hours to live.
So you're overthinking this. Tomorrow doesn't matter if it's gone anyway. But here's the thing: is like if when I was young, if I was in my 20s or younger,
Yeah.
I would take the 10 million
Yeah.
because you don't think about. You think life is so long. But
Yeah.
now, as I'm in my late 40s, I'm thinking average man dies at 76. So
Yeah.
that puts me now at 66. I don't know if 10 million is worth only.
What would you do with the 10 million?
What wouldn't I do? Have you seen the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, now that I travel a lot more, I know how to spend money really well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can go to places where the dollar is stronger and go bonkers. You can go to Thailand and go crazy.
Yeah.
You can go to, you can go to Africa and go bananas.
Yeah.
It can work out.
Yeah.
Who's gonna pay for your flight to Italy?
No.
to find
I'll take the
your
train
wife.
to Italy.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Brian. How old are you?
Come on, man.
Okay, but
I can admit that.
you're around my age.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
What are
vampire.
your
I'm approaching 50. I'm 48.
Yeah.
So at 48, I don't think I would knock off 10 years of my life. If I was 28 or 18, I would
Okay,
say.
I'm 31.
Okay. So say you
What
were.
am I supposed to do?
So the average woman in this country lives to around 80.
Okay.
So if that means you only get to live to 70, would you do it? 10 million.
No, I want to live my life.
That's selfish.
Everybody, why is that selfish?
Definitely 10 million is not
I
selfish.
have more to give to the world.
I know. I'm not. Listen, I believe in you and all your dreams, but I need you to look out.
I believe in you.
I need you to look out for your family. They're counting on you to take that 10 milli to set them up.
Okay, so you're taking the 10 million even now.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you
Okay.
might need some of that 10 million because that puts us at our next topic, which is things are getting more expensive. Listing everyday things they refuse to buy because they're for you. For me, I feel like it's makeup.
Mhm.
Makeup is just way too much. I feel like I plow through it every. Yeah.
Got it.
Well, I mean, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? That's how I feel.
I mean, I
about
wish I.
concerts.
Yes, but. Some effort.
Yeah, but what about you, Ryan?
Well, concert tickets is number 2, and I love going to concerts. My favorite thing to do. I still go, like the makeup. I buy it. I still pay for the tickets, but
They
then.
make you pay.
But I'm
they don't
very
put you on
complain-
stage.
Well, Mick Jagger hasn't returned my call. But you know what? We know what's on the list. Okay, steak, concert tickets, beer, wine at a restaurant, fast food. Okay, food delivery services.
That's my.
Yeah,
that's my
I'm the
poison.
worst. That's the worst at
my
that.
poison. I don't like restaurants. I'm not really a drinker, but delivery. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like people helping me out in society.
Well, with all your travel, you gotta have it delivered.
Yeah.
You gotta have it.
All right, we're out of time, but toilet paper was on the list. People aren't buying toilet paper anymore. Okay.
Are they not buying, or is it just more
These
expensive?
are things that people are not buying because they're too expensive.
Oh man.
I don't know how that works. Anyway, real quick, Laugh Factory.
Laugh Factory is going to be Saturday, 9 o'clock. Pop by, see me, support local comedy. You can buy my stuff at Gilda's in Hyde Park, or check out the Silver Room in Hyde Park, or hit up my website, bbspoke.shop.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Prince of Bronzeville.
Thanks,
Brian
Brian.
Babylon.
Appreciate you.
Coming up, tell us about new movies coming out this weekend and whether they are a spend or a save. And he's the man behind some of the top restaurants in Chicago, and now he has a new memoir out. Boca Group CEO Kevin Bain is here. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, welcome back. Well, if you're a foodie in this food city, you probably know our next guest, or at least one of his many, many, many restaurants.
Yes, 36 in fact, and they are some of the best. He is a James Beard award-winning restaurateur and co-owner behind iconic Chicago spots like Girl and the Goat, Momotaro, and Cindy's Rooftop, among others. And now he can add author to his list of accomplishments. His new memoir is titled The Bottomless Cup. Welcome, Boca Group CEO Kevin Bain. Welcome back, Kev.
Wow, by the way, Cindy's Rooftop.
Yes.
One of my favorite spots.
Oh,
like
thank
perfect
you.
view of the city.
What a cool spot,
Yeah,
right?
so it's incredible. You did such an incredible job.
Oh, I serve a lot of people dinner every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. And now you're serving up stories about your life,
Yeah.
the bottomless cup. And you
Yes.
share a lot of like vulnerable stories. What made you want to share this now?
I took all the coats of varnish off all those stories I've told for years and wanted to get to the truth. You know what? It was time to kind of tell people who the real me was. And there were some dark secrets that I had kept to myself all these years. The first line of the book is, in the summer of 1989, halfway through a Western omelet and a cup of coffee, I found out that I wasn't really Kevin Bame. So it starts off with a little bit of a mystery. An old man took me to breakfast when I was 18 years old and said, your childhood's a lie and your birth certificate's fraudulent.
Wow.
And I have a story to tell you.
Wow.
And that's where we open.
Yeah, that's.
Where did that lead? I mean, where do you even start with that?
Well, in those days, I don't think we were using the word process in those days, but when somebody tells you that, you just start to think, oh my God. And as he started to talk more, I was like, okay, this makes a lot. You know, I grew up in a house that was, well, it was small. It was 700 square feet with a lot of people who yelled a lot. And it started to make everything make sense. This is why my father hates me. And so I started to solve the mystery. And to fully solve the mystery, it's taken about 5 decades.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people are. It's going to resonate with a lot of people that are searching for.
Answers.
Yes, searching for answers in their own childhood.
Yeah.
We have a book trailer as well that I want to show a little bit of the video here, but also the fact that you weren't going to stop at anything to get into the restaurant business. I know that you share a story about living in your car.
Well, I say in the book, the first time you live in your car, you think, this is going to make a really good book someday. The second time you live in your car...
That's what you thought.
I thought. The second time you live in your car, you think, it's probably not going to be a book.
And did you live in your car?
Unfortunately,
Okay.
I woke up one morning and said, you know what? I'm going to write this really beautiful piece of fiction that was my first resume with all these restaurants on there that had all mysteriously gone out of business so they couldn't call for a reference check. And I walked in to the most fine dining restaurant in town and, you know, faked my way into a job.
And so what did you start doing?
I was a captain at this fine dining restaurant. Really didn't know anything about what I was doing. I faked it till I made it. And I lived in squalor and I saved 50 grand. I took 2 jobs. I put all my money when I got out of a shift in an envelope and I would lick it and I would seal it. And I cursed myself if I ever opened up an envelope after I sealed it, that I would never open my first restaurant. And I never opened an envelope. And I would go to the bank and I'd rip my envelopes open. They called me the envelope guy. And I put money in a passbook savings account before your time. And they would stamp your balance. And when I hit 50 grand, I said, okay, I quit. And everybody's like, what are you quitting for? I was like, I'm going to open up my own restaurant.
And did that restaurant make it?
33 years ago,
Which
I opened
one?
up a restaurant in Seaside, Florida.
Wow.
That's still there. It's now called George's. And it was a 6-table restaurant. It was myself and my girlfriend at the time. And my first lesson in the restaurant business was, do not open up a restaurant with your girlfriend. That is an
Too
instant
personal.
way.
It's too close and personal with business. So I gotta
Do
ask.
you want to break up quickly? Open up a restaurant with the girl you
That's
love.
it, yeah.
Yes.
10 ways to 10. What is it? 10 things I hate about you, or
Yes.
10 ways
No,
to lose.
you're-
What's the movie? What's the
she's
movie?
not gonna lose a guy in 10
That's it. That's it. What is that
Yeah.
movie?
How to lose a guy in 10 days.
How to
How to
lose a
lose a
guy
guy
in
in
10 days. How to
10
lose a guy in 10
days.
days. Okay, I have to ask, how do you go from envelope guy
Yes.
to multi-famous restaurant owner, restaurants all over the country? If you're talking to people that have this dream
Yeah.
and having to go from living in their car to where you are right now on the mountaintop.
I think the best thing about me back then, even when I was a moron, was that I thought of it as an education. And so that first restaurant was my bachelor's, and my second restaurant was my master's. And then I had a failure, and that was my PhD when I went to Nashville years ago. And when I got to Chicago, it sort of reset me, and I became a student again. And I was a lever puller. I was always like, let's see what happens. This. I landed in Chicago, and this town specifically is the best place in the world to open up a restaurant because there's a really good BS factor in this town. people know if you're not authentic or not. And when we opened up Boca, and I was having my first daughter at the time, I was so desperate for it to succeed. I poured over every plate and every person, and that type of like kindness, true kindness, because I so wanted to win, resonated. And then I got really lucky. I surrounded myself by people that were smarter than me. I had a really great partner, Rob Katz, and together we built a great team of people. And you know what? We hired people on two ways. Do I like you, and do I think you're smart?
Yeah.
And that's what our company's like today.
And that's
There you
been
are.
a lot of
There you
success.
are.
Yes, Kev, it's so great to see you. Don't wait another 4 years to come back and see us at Windy City. All right.
Sounds good.
And if you want more info on Kevin's book, The Bottomless Cup, head to our website, abc7chicago.com. All right, coming up next, film critic Richard Roper will tell us if the new comedy starring Glenn Powell is a spend or save. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Happy Friday. We always say that he watches the bad ones so that you don't have to. It's our
Yeah.
friend and film critic, Mr. Richard Roper. What's up, Rich?
Friends,
Richard.
nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Saw you trying
Some
to
interesting stuff here.
All right.
Okay,
I saw
okay.
you trying to get a reservation to a Boca restaurant.
Well, Kevin's on the bear, so we got, the degrees of separation.
Very good. Yes, he was. All right, first up, it's called Dreams, but this one will keep you wide awake. It's about a passionate love affair that quickly spirals into dangerous territory. Are you calling this a dream of a movie or a nightmare, Rich?
Guys, this is a spend. It's interesting. So Jessica Chastain, Oscar winner, plays a wealthy arts patron, and Isaac Hernandez, who's a real-life ballet dancer, plays a Mexican ballet dancer, but he's in the country illegally. So, but it's not a political film, although there are some elements of that. It really becomes like a steamy romance, like the movies of the 80s and the 90s, like 9.5 Weeks and Fatal Attraction. So, I often
So
talk
it's not
about...
like a horror.
No, it's more
thriller,
steamy, and then it's
like
got some twists.
mysterious.
I always talk about mom movies, the movies that you can watch with your. This is not a mom movie.
This is
Yeah, or a first date movie.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Okay,
like
so
it's an
wait on this one.
R-rated thriller, but it's really
Okay.
well done.
Okay.
Oh, all right. We're going to watch
Yeah.
the Steamy.
The steamy.
Steamy.
I mean, I feel like we're in the era of Bridgerton, so I feel like steamy is
Yes.
kind of. No,
Steamy
I'm
is back.
serious. Steamy is
Steamy
back.
is back.
Steamy is back. All right. Well, next up, the only thing standing between a guy and a $20 billion inheritance is just 7 siblings. What could go wrong with this? Glenn Powell stars in the dark comedy mystery movie How to Make a Killing Rich. Is this movie do or die?
I think we're gonna go
Go for it.
save on this one. I
Okay.
like the premise, but the problem is Glenn Powell's just too likable to play a guy who keeps killing off members of his
He's
family.
just too cute. That's
Like
right.
this is kind of in that Knives Out genre, but you need somebody with a little more. You need like Christian Bale. You need someone a little edgier because he's just like the nicest guy in the room. He walks in, so when he starts bumping people off, it's like, is this a comedy? Is this a
Yeah.
mystery? It's trying to be both, and it kind of never finds its lane.
Do you think he's trying to just get out of his box a little
Yes,
bit? Because you're
yeah.
right. He
Yeah.
tends to kind of
It's a
play
great
the
question.
nice,
Yeah,
pretty guy.
that's a great question.
Yeah.
He's an actor who doesn't want to be just typecast
Yeah.
as the romantic comedy lead. He's a good
Yeah.
actor, but this wasn't the right role for
Wasn't
him.
it?
All right.
All right.
Let's skip on that one. Finally, a blast from the past for Prime Video subscribers. Man on the Run. It's a documentary about the iconic Paul McCartney and his life after the beloved Beatles breakup. This film dives into must-see archival footage, exclusive interviews, and so much more. Rich, this has got to be a spend.
Big spend, and the musician over here is going to love this because Paul McCartney was only 27 when the Beatles broke up. Think about that. And then he lived this next life where he became a father, a husband, a family man, and a solo act. And they've got all this great access to the home movies that were taken in the 70s. And he gave all new interviews talking about that time in his life. So it's brilliantly done.
Yeah,
Is
what
it
a...
bad that I'm just the Beatles just weren't my era?
Well,
Can we talk
they're
about
before your
NSYNC?
time.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
NSYNC. Oh my God! But on that note, the Backstreet Boys. We gotta take a break. All right, before we go, we have a big congratulations to give to our executive producer Justina and her husband Clayton. They are officially new mommy and daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Congrats.
goodness. That's a beautiful baby right there. Picture of their bundle of joy, Copernicus Apollo Milam. Justina says he's the center. I guess 6 pounds, 14 ounces. And we've seen Justina rise all the way from intern to EP.
That's
for our show,
right.
and now we're thrilled as she enters motherhood. We're just with her for life, We're just the family for life, and it gives us our baby Windy City
She's
staff.
going to be
Yes.
Mom.
Yeah.
She's got all the qualities. She's so lovely and wonderful.
Yes,
And
named
that
after.
name,
Yeah.
you're going to be
Like,
ruling
it's
like
not-
a kingdom with that name when you have a name like that,
Copernicus.
right? Yeah.
Named after Nicholas Copernicus, Polish astronomer, and obviously Justina is Polish.
Yeah.
She's fluent. Anytime we need anything to know about anything with the Polish culture, Justina handles that for us. But yeah, if your name is Copernicus, you're to accomplish big things in the world. But
I feel like there's a. And walking. I feel like he's gonna be a man
Like
that's just
footmen and someone holding
Yeah.
your robe
Yeah,
and handing you your scepter.
yeah,
Yeah.
does Copernicus? Do we come up with a nickname though?
Like Cooper
Cooper,
or Nick.
C.
Your Highness.
Highness.
Yeah.
Tina's home right now with Clayton going, what are they doing? We love you guys. Enjoy. That's going to do it for us. Have a great weekend. Big thank you to Jasmine for filling in. Val, get